Push live. Let's see. All right, here we go. Now on YouTube. And we are live. Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to those of you around the world. Looking forward to enjoying some Mario Kart Tour. We just wrapped up the Me Tour and headed into the Princess Tour. And notice on the thumbnail we have, I think we have the Wedding Tour, which would have been a great excuse for Nintendo to give us Wedding Bowser, but no, it's Princess Tour, joined by my good friends Luca and Brian. How you doing this morning?
Doing good, man.
Or evening.
Good to be back.
Yeah, good to be back. How was LA?
It was amazing, man. I had the best time.
That's awesome, man. It's I've been to LA a couple times. Good place to visit. I don't know if I'd want to live there. It sounds like though you had a phenomenal time and potentially would love to live there. So if you live in LA, you have a couch to crash on for Luca, let us know. Find us in the chat. I think I have everything live the way I want to on YouTube, so I can pop up the chat. It's been a while since I've had this working, so excited to have that. Spend some time. Good, awesome. And then spent some time with Sam78IT over the weekend, so would love to pull up the Toolbox and some cool stuff going on the tour, things like that we wait for the rundown to see some of the ranked and ACR usage. So excited to get into that. But what are you guys excited about when it comes to the Princess Tour?
Just the buffs, really, as any other tour, and the tracks as well. The tracks look pretty good so far from what we've seen, and the buffs look pretty good as well. Going for another top 100 this tour. There'll be 4 top 100s in a row. Then I'm gonna call it quits for a while and save all my tickets for a top 10 at the end of the year.
Man, that's all the cool kids are doing it. They're saving the tickets, going for that top 10. I'm jealous. I never was able to get the badge, but kudos. Wish you the best on that endeavor. I mean, really, anyone who has the time and can save those tickets that long has the potential to do it. So, especially with your skill, Luke, I know you can do it. What'd you guys think of the Me Tour?
It was awesome. It was really good. Got some really good tracks. I enjoyed Mushroom Bridge. It was pretty good. Good buffs and that, but yeah, it was a good tour. How about you, Brian?
Yeah, I'm gonna miss hitting the mushroom wagon and trying to hit it in the right way to get that mushroom. You know, that was a lot of fun. I remember with the Wii console back in the day, you had some courses with all the cars in the way and obstacles. I think they've gotten better and better at that. I find those courses a lot of fun, like the Shroom Ridge and this new one. And as long as our Blazing Eagle continues to show up, Luca, right?
Yeah, the Blazing Eagle. It's not going to be stopping anytime soon.
It's been a beast, man.
I predicted it a long time ago. You got to give me credit for that.
I do have to give you credit for that. You said Blazing Eagle came out with the city start. I said I'm super skeptical. We've never seen anything this good, but I think the hunch was at the core of your hunch was around the fact that it was the commemorative item, and you were pretty hyped up on commemorative items having better value than anything else, which has been true, and the Blazing Eagle has been front running that prediction. So I have to give you all the credit on that. I feel like that's pretty that's pretty humbling to think that that aspect of such a bold prediction worked out. Now I will say you've had some less fruitful predictions, such as the green sprout and others. So we won't look at that though. We'll look at the good ones. Hey, I've been there too, man. I've made some dumb predictions as well. I went into gold. PD hasn't been very fruitful for me. I did not go into gold charging Chuck. It has been miserable and ranked these last couple weeks, just finishing, I don't know, like 15th on my friends list. It's been pretty humiliating. So just to look at those in the chat, I see Slamey, I see Kareem, Andy S, Tokyo, DR, Mesa, the G Seagull, Eva Taco, Kendrick B, Alfie, Dark, Deadly, Masa. So to answer your question, I loved. Actually, I really enjoyed last tour. Last tour was a lot of fun for me. I did go for top. I think it might have even finished in the top 25. So just a fun tour to grind. A lot of long tracks, which I always really enjoy. Ranked was a little tough. I was rocking with so I think a level 4 Luigi Golf, but it looks like I might have pulled it off. First place. Unfortunately, yeah, I got coins for those. Do get this gold origami glider, which looks kind of cool. I still like the white waves the look of it better. What's going on, Mux Music?
Luigi Golf on.
What's that?
What track were you using Luigi Golf on?
I'll have to pull it up. It was I believe it was week 2. If not, it was definitely week 1. I definitely did not spend.
I think it was week 1. Yeah, week 2 was good.
There was I didn't have gold charging Chuck.
Yeah, it was week 1 for sure.
Okay. Well, let's see. No, it was Mushroom Bridge T. I was using Luigi Golf here as my.
You don't have Chuck.
I don't have gold charging Chuck at a high level. And I was saving the tickets. I have tickets. I either want to put it onto the yellow me suit, which I'll show you here in a second. For someone with OCD, it's killing me to not have him at level 8 right now, or put him into Morton. So I think I have like 10 driver tickets. I'll get some more of this tour. Would have loved to put Morton. Morton does not get that track until level 8. So I only had 10 tickets, so was not able to take them all the way up. But one ranked despite using a level 4 Luigi Golf. But again, it's humiliating on my friends list, being so low. Did pretty well on the other tracks. I didn't spend too much time on Piranha Plant Cove, 3RT, Koopa Cape, RT. I think I just got my 200 actions and got off. I could have certainly gotten more, but saw a lot of people get some of their top scores with that track, like of all time, like some 78K. So congratulations to all those who just got a whopping 70 plus score there in the Koopa Cape, with a lot of the meta being, if you notice there, Tropical Truck, Shield Speedster. This would have been a great week for me to go for, Pit Crew Chief or whatever it might have been. But as you can see, and, especially with Question Block and Gold Me there, and the 8-bit 1-up Mushroom. I even went all in, as you can see here, on the Pink Comet. For those in the Discord, heard what I was going through there. I looked into a couple different cards. I looked into the Red Off-Roader. I looked into the Jumbo Jetter because I fly a lot for work, so I love the Jumbo Jetter, the look of it. It's a unique cart. The Red Off-Roader, obviously, it's been in the top 10. Looked them both up, and they only gave me 2 and 3 tracks, respectively, if taking it to 8 triple. And that just wasn't enough for me. So I looked up the Pink Comet, and it covered a lot of tracks. It gave me 8 tracks. So it's very rare.
In fact, pink as well. It is pink. You like pink.
And it's pink, man. Once I saw it was pink, I was like, and then I saw Raker for his top 10 push, which congratulations to Raker85 on getting top 10. I also know Hero went for top 10. Congratulations to Hero of the Skies.
He did really well.
He beasted. No surprise there. He's like, oh, dude, I got 98%, with 4 days left in the tour. I don't know how he does it. But shout out to those 2 guys. Love those guys, fellow ER members. But yeah, so Raker invested in it. I think Deedle invested in it. And I was like, I should really look into this. Gave me 8 tracks. I said, I gotta do this. It's pink. It's got a big hitbox. There's nothing holding me back. I personally have not invested in a 2023 cart yet. Everything I was investing in has been stuff that was released last year and had hit a peak. Like the most recent one was the Blazing Eagle. I quad capped that. Shout out to what we were talking about there with Luca and your prediction. I went into Flowery Badwagon. I did a lot of stuff from last year. So for me, this was just a labor of love for me to be able to invest in something that I can ride out its peak. But anyway, my main point there is that you see some really great levels, and then you see Luigi Golf. So it's kind of sad to just go for that double coin. I think I just got actually I do think I got a double coin here, but I missed a lot of other actions. It's pretty lame run, but yeah, just to hit off the rest of the friends list. As you can see, I barely won there, but happy I didn't have to invest any tickets in the wrong direction, like into Luigi Golf. Let's see.
Yeah, on one hand, using Luigi Golf might not be sexy in the friend rankings, and it might be a little annoying to use, but it could be Studfit at the end of the day. You're a bigger winner than people that might have invested a lot of those valuable driver tickets into something else. For instance, I know a couple of the tours recently. I brought a couple of the lower skill me suits all the way up to 6, and then double cap, and really regret it afterwards. So sometimes having that Luigi Golf kind of driver, at a decent level, playable, it could be more of a win than a loss.
Yeah, no, I'm glad that I can save those tickets. So right now, it's so tempting as someone who has OCD is this yellow me suit. As you can see, here are my me suits. These are my top 8 drivers. I've level 8 quad capped the Coinbox drivers and the Boomerang drivers minus the bronze me suit, which is still on my to-do list. Surprisingly, even though it's probably would do anything more for me, but it's like a completist mindset. I have the 3 lucky 7 drivers at triple uncapped, and the giant banana, the one there. It's so tough because I'm like, this is the if it wasn't for this, like I would be putting tickets on the Goomba Me and other items that I possibly could. But for me, it's like this is holding me. This has been torturing me this last week. It's just knowing that I have this level 7 yellow me suit. We also have Kareem. Kareem, can you hear us?
Loud and clear, boy. Loud and clear.
What's going on, man? How are you doing? How'd you enjoy the Me Tour?
It was all right. I was just taking it nice and easy. I did my couple of ranks in the first 3 days, and I chilled. And then people convinced me to try and, because the top 10 came so low, so I spent 9 hours trying to get 450k in the last maybe even less than that, 8 hours. I don't know if I've made it or not, but I'm a little, as you can tell, my brain's not working. I've spent 2 hours. So so I don't know if I made it or not. It's all Shadow and Luca and Abby's fault. They convinced me to do it. I don't know why.
You have some great influences there. How do you? I mean, were you right on the cusp, or who would you have to beat out? Who was right there on the fringe?
I don't even really know. Not people that I'm familiar with. I know Jeeves wasn't far off, but he wasn't moving. I don't know. I think it might be maybe a Japanese player or something like that. Hero and was miles ahead. Major congrats to him.
Yeah.
I know how much he's done for that, and so I was very proud of him in that respect. But I mean, he destroyed it. So I honestly don't know. Rashid said that I might be able to sneak in there. I don't know, but honestly, I don't know. This is the 4th time I've said it.
Don't worry, you'll be safe for sure.
I'll never do this again. But
you say that every tour, though.
No, going for top 10, sure, but
the late
all in 9 hours. My word!
Wow.
I actually felt stressed because of the time constraints. I was really getting which I don't like that, so I'm not doing that again. I don't care how much peer pressure I get. But good to see you. I don't know much about this tour going on, but what I will say is, Sue Cupid's Arrow. You'll probably talk about how good their coverage is or whatnot. I'm absolutely psyched to have them. So yeah.
We'll get into the new tour. Honestly, we were just going through ranked last week, and obviously you were at the top of our friends list with closing in on 220k, which it's every week we seem like that score keeps going up and up. But anything you again, this was probably 7 days ago. But what was your what do you remember about ranked for this tour? I mean, I think you had some pretty beast scores. I think the Problem Cove 3 RT was a tough one to see 73k there with your brand new red Comet Glider, red checkers.
That was 202 actions. So that was a real pain to grind. Trooper Cape RT was 30 or something and just left. Mushroom Bridge T was again like 210, 215. And I was out of there. I know people got higher actions, but that first track, that took me like 5-6 hours. So I started a new, ticket off the bat and swipe out and keep doing that just because things weren't working and it just happened to work that way. I don't know. I thought 202 was like great, and then Shadows Legend comes in with like 214 and all that. But I was like 202, I'll take it. I'm happy, and yeah, on we go, man.
Nice.
You did not too badly. I saw yourself and some pretty. But I must say, I did have border drift like a good like 8K in front of me. So,
you had auto drift in your ranked?
Not in rank, on my friends list.
Oh, your friends
so,
list.
Like what I've got, I had 101% or something of my sheet estimate, and you see my loadout.
Yeah.
Or just like 10K in front of me. So, like you can separate the, I wouldn't say wheat from the chaff, but like, the good players from the, like, stupidly good players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Auto Drift is one of the best in the game. Shout out to Auto Drift. Obviously, a friend and a supporter of the channel. So definitely wish him the best there. Just to get through, because we do want to get through some of the tour stuff. Just do want to go through the top 10. Raker 85. Obviously, congratulations, Raker, on your top 10 performance. Definitely good to see that. It's so fun to see my friends get in top 10, man. It's so like, again, there's these nameless people that that I never met before that I see all up there all the time. But just so proud of you guys. Congratulations, that's awesome. See Shadow Legend, there at 209. He's been crushing it here lately. Dude, he's been absolutely balling it. See Neo, 209, 603. Carlos 208, Plugged In 201, Hero 196. Again, congratulations, Hero, your very first top 10. Congratulations, man. Frenzy Grind 196. I see Edidal 193, Montana 192, Ronnie 192, Hilak 192 as well. Javes 191, Raz 184, Avocado 184 as well. And then there's right there me, way farther, even below Avocado. So congratulations to her. Luca, you're 177. Larry 175, Nat 172, Matt 171, B-Rad, Geo 171, Adam 171. For those who do not watch Kart Talk, Kareem and Adam crushed it alongside a Turtle Dude and Tyler. And just had a really fun episode. Go back and check that out if you haven't already. Also have...
Sorry, I was going to say a little shout out to Jeezy, who put up his personal best heat map. He crushed it this tour, Jeeves, and Ali, who I think got somewhere around 88%. Yeah, like, so, yeah, I know you want to run through them, but I wanted to shout those guys out.
Yeah, for sure. What's going on, man? Do you have a new listener joining us? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Richard?
Hi, buddy. How are you? AKA Plugged In.
Oh, Plugged In. Yeah, how you doing, man? Welcome.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm basically based Southeast Asia, so it's pretty early here. Well, it's like late afternoon.
That's awesome, man. If you have your TV on or anything else in the background, can you just turn that down?
Sorry, man.
You're fine.
All right.
It's always weird to hear myself in the background.
It's good to jump in. Yeah. I love the first day. It's like, you get all the buffs and stuff and check it out.
No, glad to have you, man.
I have a couple of dodgy tracks next week, but I'm pretty sorry for the first week. How about yourself? How are you looking?
Yeah, I have no idea yet. I'm taking a look at the friends list. Saw you were pretty high up here on the friends list, so congratulations there. We'll get to the no, it's all good.
crazy load was last week, but yeah, this week is a different ball game. But yeah, I'm
Cool.
pleased to join along. Yeah, thanks.
Awesome, man. Well, glad to have you. We'll get into some. Make sure that as I'm doing this, take a look at what I'm missing with the buffs and everything else. We'll get into a little bit of it. We'll even get into some of the MKT Toolbox through Sam78IT and reveal some of the goodies from this tour. But picking up where we left off, I think we got Big Brolo 169, G Siegel 166, Sammy 163. Blah 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 162, Ben 160, Draco 159, Nikki V 157, SMG 153, Frenzy Fans 152, So Crazy 152, Spy 2K 151, Antelope 147, Frenzy Fans Girl 146, Crazy 145, Groovy 145, This Be Chris 138, Brian Voice 134, Shy Guy Kart 134, Issa 133, Tyler 133, Snuffles 129, Zooms 126, N2CJN 113, Willahoop 108, Breeden 106, SM Bros 90, and Marco 88. All right, so we got the friends list out of the way. Let's again, I don't want to speed past that too much, but we got a lot to get into. We got a princess tour. As you know, I'm a big princess fan, being a big fan of pink and pink things in general. Pretty excited to see how that pink comet comes out, and some of the other buffs this tour. Looks like right off the bat we got Daisy Circuit, Peach Gardens R, and Peach Circuit T. Interesting. Daisy Circuit, obviously excited to see what that loadout looks like, but I'm a big, and then the Peach Circuit looks pretty sweet there too. I'm pretty pumped. Let's get to the news. Let's see what we have revealed to start. Looks like a new filter pop art has been added to taking photos. Okay. There's Peach Wedding and the Gold Cupid's Arrow in the Spotlight shop. So Gold Cupid's Arrow is in the Spotlight shop. That's interesting. You think sometimes with the gold items, they maybe would leave it for ranked or for Gold Pass reward. Peach Gardens R is a favorite course. This course is rank eligible. For the first half of the tour, the next is the Sweet Day Tripper Kart with Daisy Circuit as a favorite course. These are all in the Spotlight. The above item highlighted in the banner are on sale. With the sale, the first exchange is discounted. Got it. The Peach Me Racing Suit is on sale in the Me Racing Suit shop. This is not a new one, so if you want to pick that up, all the first courses in the cup. Yep, we know that for the Me Boost. Always a big deal with the Me's. Premium Challenge Plus is back. You gotta like that for those whales like myself. Birdo Red and Red Turbo Birdo Kart. When that's for week 1, and then for week 2, we got the pink Me Racing Suit and the light blue Pit Crew Toad. So pink Me suit does not come out, so we can't get those base points until week 2. That kind of stinks, but also, Golden Pipe can be fired once. The gifts you can get for rank depending on your tier. Got it. Fire Rose in the Cup is week 2. No surprise there. All right, here we go. So for the tour gifts for Gold Pass, looks like we got this Golden Bells. Gold Bells, yep. And then the Silver and Gold Hearts. Silver and Gold Hearts we've seen for a while. And then it does look like the All Cup ranking badge is Daisy Fairy. That's interesting. They've been kind of giving us that little switch up here for a while. All right, so looks like they're in the... Actually, you know what? Looks like the Silver Cupid's Arrow is available in the Spotlight shop. Let's check these out. Slipstream Plus looks pretty slick there. Snowland's back. Coconut Mall is back. We got some Choco Island, which seem to be unavoidable. But then got some other good tracks here. Interesting. Sky Garden's back. Interesting. I love those tracks so far. I actually am one of the few, it seems like, Sky Garden fans. Says that this...
I like Sky Garden.
You like Sky Garden?
I put my hand up. I put my hand up for Sky Garden too. It's also I'm a big fan.
Awesome. That's. I mean, I think it's a fun course.
It's tricky, but it's rewarding. I find.
Oh, I
can be a
see.
tough-
Cupid's arrow is $3.99. It's the commemorative item, which tends to be, as Luca has mentioned, tends to be a little bit better than some of the newer items. Sweet Day Tripper and the gold are available in the shop. You gonna buy the gold? What do you guys think?
I have a rule for myself. Like what I do, because just having all the big carts, we can only get so many of them every tour.
Yeah.
So just picking up the big carts when they debut, not to invest in them immediately. Like the big commemoratives I'll invest in immediately, but any big carts in the Spotlight shop I'll pick up, like especially when they were over like 200, which this is like the max quit. So I'm going to pick it up and stash it.
That's a good call.
I gotta admit, I accidentally clicked 3 times on the buy button. Just oops.
Yeah,
Oopsie
that was
daisies.
weird. Like, yeah, and it tends to happen 3 times as well. It's pretty weird.
Okay, I'll do it again. And then, once again. And then suddenly it's 3.
The commemorative I get 3 times, but Spotlight shop can't afford that one.
Yeah, that's true.
Then we get the glittering glider back. I believe this is an old one, right? This has got new coverage.
No, it's a new recolor.
What was it called before?
Is it new or no?
This is brand new. Yeah, it's a new commemorative.
What was the old one called?
Yeah,
It's a glinting glider. It's just a silver version of it.
Wow.
And we had glittering parasol.
Glittering parasol?
Yeah, brand new.
Oh my gosh. That's gonna
very
be tough.
similar looking.
Usually in the rundown I'm running through all these names and I can remember all. This one's gonna give me some. This is gonna be a tough one. But it is gold coin plus. I feel like I have to get both of these commemorative items. They both look pretty slick. Yeah.
Accidentally 3 times.
Well, you better. You're already pot invested at this point. You might as well go. It does look like we get tokens from crashing. So if you have not checked out some of the auto clicker or the speech command videos, definitely check that out to get those. It's not as big of a deal as the items or the points where you get the tokens on the track, but still a big one there. Let's get into Daisy Circuit. I'll look at the Spotlight shop and other things here in a little bit because I like to look at that after I've already kind of seen some of the tracks that are in ranked. But Peach Cup gets the Wii Daisy Circuit. I have to see if this gold me suit, if this is an actual track or if it just gets the buff.
It's
Daisy Circuit. Wow. Dude. When we talk about the gold Misu getting a buffing cycle unlike any other item.
And 2 second shelf buffs as well. So he got this buff, this tour, and 2 second shelf as well.
Oh my god.
For 2 of the other new tracks, I believe it is.
Wow.
So really, really, really good.
Is it Antelope who doesn't, or is it Antelope who's not invested in it?
Yeah, I don't know. Antelope, if you're out there, I don't know what you're
Data
doing.
Guru who's not invested.
Antler's sleeping big time. I think Antler's sleeping big time.
Yeah, I'm waiting for him to wake up. Like, do you have any idea what he's doing? Suddenly, he's going to turn up one tour and just destroy.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
He'll brutalize it with some weird stuff.
I think Antelope with a gold me is too powerful. That's why he hasn't invested in it yet.
We have to ban him.
You got to nerf Antelope. You'll be too good with it.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Yeah.
So true.
But again, the gold me suit, a buffing cycle unlike any other item in the game. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah. Basically, I didn't even check the other drivers, but yeah, basically.
That was good. That was a good call out though, Luca. Just about it getting Peach Circuit R and Daisy Circuit T as second shelf. As you know, those me suits they get bumped up. From second shelf to the top shelf. On Wii Cup, Wii Cups, and then also on the first, and basically one out of every third.
I always count it as a third of a buff, so it's basically like half a buff. What he got on the second shelf.
Yeah, awesome. There for other drivers, we have a lot of me suits. mainly because of that buff. But you do have, looks like White Tanuki Mario, got Daisy Holiday Cheer in there, and then some supers. Obviously, Daisy and Princess. Well, probably because this is Peach Cup, and that's probably why Peach is there. Daisy, it looks like this is probably a real track for her. Makes sense because it is the Daisy, the Daisy circuit, which is nice for her, and then obviously the Daisy me there too.
I mean, so that definitely works for some people. Yeah, especially lower tiers before like the tier. Yeah, if you haven't got to the Goldie, it's a great buff, I guess. Also, Peach has one somewhere. But yeah.
The Peach, I think the Peach. I don't think this is a permanent track for her. I'm just guessing because I see Peach Cup.
Sorry, another one, but yeah, spoiler.
yeah. Oh, another one. Gotcha. Fair enough. Cool. So we got the gold me suit. Then for carts, for me, it looks like this. I rarely have level 8 double uncapped. Usually I take it to third but I think I did this for ranked a couple weeks ago. Kind of a spur of the moment. It's one of the reasons why I have a hard time saving is I do too many of these splurges. But we have 2 Mark IIs in there. Looks like some other smaller carts, and then we have some supers. Both the Sweet Day Tripper, or just regular Day Tripper, and the Birthday Girl Daisy. And then Kareem, this is your cart, the Red Comet, right? That you invested in.
Yeah, I've taken that guy to a trip. I was going to quad him until I heard about the Cupid's arrows. So he's a triple. And yeah, he did me fairly well last tour. Yeah, I mean, I'm not too familiar with like others having woken up recently about whether it's done well or not this tour. I mean, it's too early to necessarily know, but it won't. It's unlikely to be doing bad.
I'll be struggling to sing with the Daisy, the little mini Daisy thing. But okay,
the Birthday Girl Daisy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just commenting that like we're seeing a lot of supers as of late, which is that's a nice. I think that seems to have continued.
I think they have to do that when they're introducing 5 or 6 tracks. They really got to bring in these super you've noticed like the flower glider's got 2 buffs. I think they've got to put some things in, like nobody can have like 0 top shelf, but there are a couple of the paywall tracks if you like when you check it out, the other caps, So, there's got to be options basically.
Yeah, no, I think for a newer player, it's nice that they gave those super options, and looks like we have 3 drivers, carts, and gliders. You could go all supers. So nice that they're kind of throwing that towards the newer players. In fact, that's probably my best option here. You have both of these gliders, the glinting glider and the glittering glider. Yeah, that's gonna be super confusing. But both options there. I think a lot of people are gonna be rolling with this flower glider. It's one of the ones that we invested in pretty early. Certainly, I'll be quad capping it. Certainly, a good option to do with any of these super items. So really nice there. Not a lot of other. I will say this for those of us who've been playing for the game for a while. This Royal Parachute, good to see it coming back. A lot of other gold items, which it must maybe kind of fits the track theme. In fact, I'll go ahead and I got plenty of these cap tickets. So there we go. Wonder if I can even. I'll quad cap it later.
It's a shame. No normals in ranked,
Yeah, we can't get too spoiled.
They had normal Piranha Front last week. That was kind of funny.
Yeah, was it? Yeah, that's cool. I want them to do a track where it's just like for just one track, all the gliders, just normal gliders. That would be fun. That would be.
I think 90% of players. I had the weird that mustache, which actually came back in rank this week. I took it to 8. I might be the only person with that in the world, but yeah. It's a very bizarre.
The Wario mustache.
Yeah. Actually, a very rich for me. I got lucky that. Sure. So I took it to 8 this week. Oh, okay, yeah. It's kind of like the clouds are aligning and stuff. It was really clutch for me in some places, but all right.
I will say this is. What do you guys think about this track? This is a really windy track. It may not be great for a coin box, just because of how windy it is. I'm just trying to think of like where would I drop the item box, like singles or the frenzies, to try to get. I mean, it just seems like really a lot of turns. What do you guys think?
I haven't played it yet. I really don't play the tracks, so like maybe I do like auto grind and stuff, and then yeah, settle my loadouts, and then then I go for it. But I don't. The scats will come later.
One thing I can say about this track is that if you see at the start, you're expecting it to be like an invisible wall, but it's not. So it's actually pretty good for you to keep going and get a good like angle, especially if you collect the coins at the start. So you don't need to worry about an invisible wall, but you can just like drift. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that's always helpful when they have those invisible walls. It makes it super tough. Anything that's going on with like these little side streets? Anything like why is there any advantage to going up there? You have to go some of the shorter tracks, but looks like G Seagull loves the Warrior Mustache as well. We got some fans for the Warrior Mustache. This track Studfit is playing is brilliant. Catching cones on the corners. You have some cool cones, especially inside that little I guess it's a tunnel. It's such a weird tunnel. There's extra box strat though here, with early box before the footpath. Interesting. Have you guys seen that extra box?
Yeah, it's quite easy. It's really good to have it on this track, and I think one of the other variants is Lucky 7, so it's really good for that.
That's true with the me suit, Lucky 7 me suit, especially there. Good. What's going on, Matt Aldridge? Nice to see you. Good afternoon. Good evening.
Matt, I apologize. I've been harassing his server, trying to figure out sort of ticket time, and I think I may have taken up a little bit of their time, but it's only because I found it so interesting. So apologies if I annoyed you all, but I call it in the interest of science. I felt it had to be done.
Yeah, no. Ticket time came up. Ticket time came up in on Kart Talk, and I had to pick between spending time on the Toolbox or the ticket time, and I was not able to look at ticket time this past tour, but excited to do so this upcoming tour. Highly recommend anyone checking it out. It kind of gives different value to tracks. Not all tracks are equal, which is a really good, nice feature there. So definitely worth checking out.
So, like all of them, like I will look at Batman Gerbs, I'll look at ticket time, and because that's not always a completely correct answer. You're just looking for those extra little confirmations and any extra bit of help you can get. Fantastic.
Yeah, good. And I think Matt asked what I like about the track. Obviously, that track, it's interesting. I think what I like about it is it's different. And I always appreciate things that are a little different. It's going to be tough with a coin box, in my opinion. A little tougher than other tracks. But Lucky 7 could be a good option, too, if you can get 200 actions. I'm curious to hear what the ceilings are on that track for Daisy Circuit. If anyone has, if DKR has put out his spreadsheet or anything along those lines. We do got Peach Gardens R, and this is a track that's already been released, but we'll look at the top shelf. Obviously, we got two me suits there between Santa and the PD Piranha. So if you like boomboxing, PD Piranha is a good option there. We do have Daisy Tie Dress, which she was the queen of this track originally. And then that's about it. I mean, you have Wedding Peach there, which she had a lot of people invest in her early, and yeah, that's about it. I mean, honestly, having 3 solid options for myself here, it's not that tough. I'll definitely be going PD Piranha here for sure. For carts, got some meta options there. The Mumu Off-Roader and Tropical Truck. Tropical Truck's still been really beast. It's It's hard to tell in like our top 10 algorithm, but it's just in ranked every tour. It's pretty insane. Other items, a little, some of these older items like this Prancer, gilded Prancer. We do have the Blue Crawly cart, which has been it's been kind of forgotten about. I know some people invested in it, but it hasn't been as great as other people have been expecting from a commemorative item. But here it is on Peach Gardens. I think it.
Actually, for me, it's been pretty godly. It's been, I don't know, maybe for my account.
Blue Crawly's been pretty good. It's been pretty good.
It's had a good tour. It had like a good tour, like a really good tour, and then had like a bad tour, and then had a really good tour, and then a bad tour. And when I say bad tour, I'm just talking about like the top shelf that it got. I think there was like one tour where we got like 4 buffs, and only one of them was like a newer track.
It's not a ranked warrior, but it's like an ACL. It just got Luigi.
Definitely ACL.
Yeah. Or it had like the little, what's it called?
I would agree with that.
Yeah, the little I forgot the name, but they had a little mini cart going on there, and suddenly have this big spider thing.
No, I agree with that, and compared to some of these smaller carts, that's really nice to have a big cart there. And then of course we got the gold Cupid Zero on this track as well. I think for a lot of us, we'll be going with the Mumu off-roader, maybe the Blue Crawly carts. I mean, I think the Tropical Truck if you have a high base points. But I mean, those two are like the only 2 large hit boxes that I can really, obviously the gold Cupid Arrow is option there. For me, it's certainly the Tropical Truck, and then a lot of options here for the meta. Both the Wonderful Wings and 8-Bit 1-Up Mushroom and the Secure Origami Glider. And we have some of these newer ones, including, looks like the Mint and Berry was a kind of a hot one here recently. The Mario's hat, pretty strong option. And even the Nabbit oil paper umbrella, which has been getting some action here. So that's my loadout for sake of time. Again, that's going to be a pretty beast loadout for this week, so pretty excited about that.
Not too shabby at all.
Not too shabby.
Yes.
And for using a boomerang driver, I can get away with the Tropical Truck. It's right there on my minimum viable hitbox. Let's get into Peach Circuit T though. Let's see if we're gonna be doing all right with the top shelf. So right off the bat, we got Morton. Huge good buff for him. That's exciting. I might have to throw my tickets on him versus taking the yellow to 8. Does look like Poochie, Poochie is getting overshadowed by Morton again. After last tour, we saw that on that track that he had. He got the Morton at level 8 unlocked, but again, it was level 8 unlocked.
Poochie is so struggling, man. I mean, he's got. Toad Astronaut is amazing, and Peach Happy is pretty good. And
Toad Astronaut has been killing ranked. He doesn't get a lot of ranked. He doesn't get a lot of tracks at least in general, but he's been very, very efficient. Almost every single tour he's been getting a ranked and a tough one to cover. Now this one again, if
wow.
I'm trying to think of like
I got B. Wow, Cat B finally gets a good buff.
Yeah,
how about you?
I was gonna say, I think for a lot of us that are relying on the me meta, this is one I'll have to invest into Morton now, just because. But even though I have Toad Astronaut's been crushing it. Peach Happy, they've given her some stuff, but it's a little too late. She just had a really tough year. I think for me, I'm gonna have to take Morton to level 7. That's where we're gonna have to allocate my tickets. But Toad Astronaut looks like he's got Peach Vacation on the middle shelf, so he can boombox. He also got Larry Wintertime, so 2 coin box drivers on the middle shelf. So pretty decent boombox options there for Toad Astronaut. I think for sake of having fun here, I will go Toad Astronaut. But looks like for carts, again, a similar cart for me that I threw tickets on because I already took it to level 7. I was already pot committed. But this Cact B I have at level 8. It's not one I would recommend for anybody.
No, sorry, I have level 7. It's been a terrible cart.
It's doing a little bit better of late.
But it's been like very mediocre. But yeah, this is a good buff for it finally. So there it is.
Yeah. What's up?
Studfit, there's a I'm not going to say what it is, but there's a buff for more to me, which I think is pretty interesting. And I want to say to Matt Aldridge, appreciate that. I think you should get on finding which is the best track for autoclick. We need to find that out soon because that's I don't know, that's quite a time saver. It's not as important, obviously when you need to get rid of coins, but we always like to get that out.
This is some coins here. Can I give you a tip for auto? If you're using Android, just use 100cc and you just use like Lucky 7, and that will clear it really quickly. 100cc. Any track with 100cc and Lucky 7 will actually clear it faster than Giant Banana, way faster.
Absolutely, that's a great shout. It's just like when I'm asleep.
Put it on overnight, and it'll take 2 days, probably. Not even 2 days, like 1 day.
Sorry, can I just ask? When you're saying 100cc, are you saying while playing? You're not talking about.
No, just on auto. Yeah, just basically. I put it on Android mode with the button just clicking like randomly, like an idiot, like. And
100cc, it can support. Oh, Lucky 7, because you get the frenzy.
Lucky 7, because we don't get many frenzy, but you're getting all the hits, yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Wow, I know. Theoretically, like Lucky 7 can, but they're actually not. It's a little bit rare, but whereas Lucky 7, you're always getting hits, right? So it goes about, for me, it goes about 600 coins. 600 tokens per hour. So if I leave it on overnight, it's done in 2 days.
Interesting. I'm gonna check that one out.
Yeah,
I'm just happy. I'm just happy when we get to deal with the hits and not the coins, because then you don't have to worry about the red coins, which is really a big thing. Some ranked cups, it's always just a relief. To do the hits.
Yeah, I think some of the shout outs here. First of all, I want to say hello to Bobcat. How are you doing, Bobcat? I see Danny G. What's going on, Danny G? I do see here for Mortian, we got the Battle Course 1, which has been a tough one for a lot of people to cover. Some people were using Toad Astronaut. I know I was using Luigi Classic there for a little bit. We've even been seeing some Mushroom Cannon there, but more than me getting the Giant Banana could be a pretty fun one there for Battle Course. I'm not a big Giant Banana on Battle Course fan personally. Still like the coin box, and certainly there's their own strategy of Mushroom Cannon. But did get Peach Circuit T and Snowland, which are two tough tracks to. I knew Snowland was a tough one.
If you're going to mushroom, shroom with people, then it's an incredible buff. But I agree with you. If you're not, then it's not at all the best skill, because if you're shrooming, the skill's irrelevant, essentially. So again, not dealing with the ethics of that, but
it's probably like is it like maybe the Bowser might be the best option, like Bowser me.
Honestly, if you're going for mushroom, it doesn't matter. You just want the highest base points, highest levels. Bowser's pretty solid. Lucky 7.
Technical aspect, but
coin box is the best.
Technical aspect, and Nintendo might fix that. But it's a gray area, right?
I don't think they will.
I'm skeptical they will, but I hope they do. I'm with you.
It's really hard because they gotta alter the whole programming,
Yeah, we'll see what they do. Again, it's probably why they haven't given us too many battle tracks at this point. But I will say this is a good buff for some of these items, like this pink speeder that's been in our top 10. Jumbo Jetter, compared to some of these smaller carts, is a good buff. I do think, though, if you are willing to splurge a little bit, the Silver Cupid Zero would be a really strong option, as its hitbox is much larger than some of these other options. I'm riding with the Cactus Bee because I've already invested in it, but it would not necessarily like if I all things equal, if I had to invest in one of these things, I would probably ride out this silver Cupid's arrow.
Oh yeah. Have a look at week 2, and yeah, you might have I don't know, spoiler, but yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, we'll see on that. Oh, and then super tough glider section for myself. But if you've gone into the Wonderful Diamond or the Wonderful Garnet, you're absolutely loving it. Two great options there.
Secret Scroll.
Secret Scroll's there too. Yeah, it's
got Cookie Land as well, which is a good thing about that one.
Yeah, I think I'll be right. I think I might get this glittering glider 3 times. Then that might be the best option for me instead of investing in any of these. But I do think, I mean, the wonderful Diamond, Wonderful Garnet have been 2 strong ones in the meta, and Secret Scroll as well. But Secret Scroll obviously not quite as new. It's been out for over a year.
Absolutely, yeah, no.
So
absolutely.
I think if you're a newer viewer at home, I think that's kind of the direction you have to go. Now I forget. There's also this 8-bit super glider. Interesting to see that there. Let's just for fun, we'll just go in here with the Wonderful Diamond and check out the new track. Let us know what you guys think. What's your thoughts on the Peach Circuit T?
It's so much fun to see these new tracks. By the way, I gotta say, hey Kareem, for the first time, really cool to chill with all you guys and Richard, is that right?
Oh hey, but yeah.
Plugged in.
All right, welcome. Really cool to really. Nice. What's your name Richard in the
It's plugged in.
What's your name in the game?
That's like an old joke. Like my mother used to say, we're 2 plugged into Nintendo. Put it on
all my friends list plugged in, unless there's 2 plugged in. So
yeah.
You're a good player. All right, fair play.
My account is nowhere near yours. Anyway, yeah. I see you at the top of my level all the time, yeah. So yeah.
That's not skill related.
Nice to meet you, brother.
Yeah, welcome to the group. I was just gonna say in regards to the new courses, Studfit, like, and I've said this on previous reactions. I'm just impressed. Like at this point, a couple of years later, a lot of us went through, the whole time with Corona in Turn 4, getting the remixes of Choco and Rainbow Road, not just remixes, but sometimes just really like bad remixes that didn't have a lot going on and sort of understandable back then. But to see this now of like multiple new tracks, I got kind of like an iconic kind of nostalgia going on with the Daisy Circuit, with that roundabout going around with the figure 8. That's really cool, and it's just nice. It's great for EXP, and it's great in general. The world getting back to normal like that. We went through a lot, all of us. In many ways during those times, and now, it just feels great now.
Sorry, I'm not cutting back. Yeah, this is definitely a transition from like, COVID year to like, I don't know if it's like they're bringing up, okay, like COVID's over, we're bringing in all these new tracks, but it definitely feels different for sure.
Yeah, but to back your point up, Brian, after those really tough times, I'm so grateful for all those times I, managed to pass the hours grinding XP. It really helped, mentally. I think it's a very relaxing and pleasant experience. That's British sarcasm, in case anyone didn't get
Yeah, no, for sure. No, it's good. It's good to be back in this new world, this new normal. But no, ultimately, we still love this game. It's always fun to hang out with you guys on the Wednesday mornings of a new tour. And I apologize I wasn't able to do it last tour, but I'm glad I'm able to hang out with so many of you this morning. This is awesome. And hopefully, I feel bad. There's like so many people on here. This is the first time we've had people talking over each other, because we have a lot of people here, and which is a great problem to have. I'm just happy, just tickled to have you here.
Yeah, for me, this is my first time, so sorry if I shout over people and whatever. Anyway, I'm privileged to be here. Thanks for inviting me and whatever. Sorry.
No, man, honestly, like I wasn't doing tour reactions at all. And I decided, you know what, my channel is all about, highlighting the awesome people in the community, whether it's, Kart Talk or people like Anselm on the Rundown, etc. So this is a great opportunity for me to just hang out with you guys. And this is all about you. So glad to have you on. And like I said, let me know if I'm missing anything. Ultimately, there's a lot that we can cover, but you guys are doing a good job.
For me, honestly, this is my favorite day of Mario Kart. When the buffs come out, and okay, I got lucky, I got unlucky. I actually looked at week 2, and like, oh my god, I got like level 1 stuff. Okay, I can invest in probably. I'm gonna be investing in is it the 8-bit block glider next week?
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be throwing a bunch of tickets in that because I got level 1s, but no, it works for my account with all the proceeds and stuff. But this is the game, this is the most fun part for me is actually the RPG aspect, actually where you have the buffs and stuff. Yeah, definitely. I mean, but okay, I got lucky this day, and suddenly, no, I mean, oh god, I got level 1 here, I got level 0 here or something.
Like Christmas morning, except has Santa given you presents or has he taken them away? It's like, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah,
it would be boring if they just kept the same old things. But you gotta you still have the eye on the old tracks too. I still
Oh no, of course, it's excitement wise, it's the best day of the tour. For sure, I look forward to it.
Sammy Cutler, it's basically an RPG with racing, which is true. I mean, So I prefer, Well, I love both aspects, but the RPG, the racing, this is why it's probably my favorite game.
Oh yeah, for sure. I will say though, for that Peach Circuit T, it was such a short track that I don't know if it's a great one for Lucky 7 or really for Giant Banana. It's actually probably a perfect track for Boomerang because you can get that boombox and then maybe another frenzy, and you're hitting the ceiling pretty well. Versus Giant Banana, you're gonna have to try to delay. You're gonna have to try to move around when you're gliding or something to try to kill off time. And for Lucky 7, it's gonna be tough to try to get double Lucky 7 or something else other than that Lucky 7 frenzy and a coin.
Yeah, if it's a short track, generally Boomerang or coin box is king, but generally boombox.
Well, especially what I mean. My main point there is it's real boombox. Boomerang drivers are really good on short tracks compared to longer tracks. Longer tracks actually tend to gravitate better towards 100%, Giant Banana because the Giant Banana point accuracy for a Giant Banana hit and also a banana hit is higher than a coin hit. So just like I always like when I'm seeing Morton and I'm trying to analyze how are his buffs, how well is he getting here. You want longer tracks, and so right now I'm looking at Peach Circuit, T, and I'm thinking for Giant Banana that's gonna be tough to break 180. So for me that seems like a better track for for Boomerang, but I haven't tried that grind. It can be tough sometimes really tough to get those lobbies. So just kind of pointing that out there. Feel free to tell me if I'm wrong, but we'll move into week 2 just based on time here. We got Peach Circuit, Snowland T, and Daisy Circuit RT. So again, Snowland T being the old one. I believe these Peach Circuits, this is all a new track, right guys? The Game Boy Advance Peach Circuit, this is new this tour, right?
I think the only actually existing track is Peach Gardens from week 1, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, and Snowland T though is it was an older one too, right?
Sorry, 2. Snowland T and Peach Gardens, Snowland T is
So let's get a Peach Circuit because I saw here it looks like who's it mentioning? There wasn't a lot of top. Yeah, so Boom Guy 88, welcome. Says no plus skill drivers on Peach Circuit. So looks like we have a lot of me suits. We do have a couple supers in here, And
yeah, I think I have to use normal peach. So anyway, for me, myself.
I think I'm gonna have to do that too.
Anybody else?
I've got Luigi at me.
Got Luigi me? What level is your Luigi me?
He's at 7+1 single capped.
Okay. All right.
So, I have no idea the maths on that, but it's probably
A single capped. I might be the only person to have Luigi me at level 8.
possibly. You have Luigi at level 8? Oh my god.
Yeah, that's pretty insane.
I don't want you to in my rank. You're welcome on my friends list, but oh my god.
Yeah,
Please
me
don't
either.
come.
I'll be rolling with
Please
Peach
don't-
myself. That's for
please
sure.
don't come here in my rank ever. Sorry.
All right, here we go, guys. I was excited after investing in
There
the
you
Peach
go.
comment.
There you
Yeah, I was excited when I saw a Princess tour. I was like, I have to get a good buff for the pink comet. And this one looks a little tough actually. We do have Cupid's Arrow, which I do not have at a high level, and we have the Happy Ride, which used to be really good back in the day, but it's like right there on the fringe of that minimum viable hitbox. And I don't think I want to throw tickets in an older item like that. We do have a super, and also the gold Cupid's Arrow. So
look at that beautiful gold Cupid's Arrow. That's really sweet, actually.
yeah, that's gonna be tempting. That's gonna be really tempting. I think that a lot of people are gonna have the Happy Ride at a high level. When I'm thinking about like most valuable items, things that are gonna be really high on the Frenzy fans list, it's obviously gonna be some of these supers, but Cupid's Arrow and the Happy Ride are probably gonna be the two most common.
Actually, most people, I don't know, maybe just me, but I have a lot of these old items like 6595, like the Happy Ride, and yeah, okay, it's like nice buff, but okay. I don't know. You don't really bring them to like level 8 quad capped or something, you know?
Happy Ride was incredible back when level 6 was the maximum, and nobody had any concept of hitbox at that point in time. Which is why a lot of people had it
What's yours?
double capped.
Sorry, what's yours at? Mine's six double capped, and it's like, okay. That was like, oh my god, that was the king. But suddenly it's like, okay. It's like a nice buff, but yeah, okay. It's kind of useless.
Yeah. 7 double cap for me, and it will, if it gets to 8, it will be by accident. I like the thought process of maybe not just Pink, but Studfit's way of thinking. It's like, how does he get all these, ranked appearances? And I think it's all down to luck. But actually, that Pink concept, that's a pretty solid way of thinking out of the box there, and already we can
got
see,
lucky. This doesn't happen very often, but again, for me, it's like I wanted something new that I could ride out, and this met all the criteria for me. It gave me great starting tracks. It's Pink. It's got a big hitbox, and those are like kind of the 3 things that mean a lot to me. It's got to look cool, and for me, Pink has got to be at the top of the list. Now moving into gliders.
You took it to level 8, right?
Yeah, level 8 triple. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, but you're gonna enjoy that.
I'm gonna enjoy it.
Get nice buffs,
I think if I had invested into Cupid's Arrow or something, I would be sad. But for me, I think this is a big win for my own personal account. But I think for most players, it's going to be Happy Ride or Cupid's Arrow or the Super. If you're new to the game and you have to invest in one, man, I feel like this gold Cupid's Arrow has got to be pretty slick just to start out. And this is a good tour for new items because we don't have like any nitro tracks or city tracks. I think everything's going to be some good value.
I got my feeler on unfortunately, I'm really low on Kart tickets. I've been investing in weird stuff, but yeah, okay. I might take it to like level 6 or something. The silver one though.
Silver and gold, they're kind of neck and neck.
I got covered with. I got level 8. It's Super 1. It's actually there.
Yeah.
That was always my go-to on one of the Maple
Daisy
Tree
Hills.
race.
Okay. Yeah. No, it's gonna be. I mean, it's gonna be the one probably 90% of the community is probably gonna go in with. I will say it's not a bad. There are some other items like the glittering parasol used to be really strong back in the day. Um, other stuff is kind of harder. I will say this is a nice double feature here for the glittering glider. It's certainly in rank there, and then of course we have the Gold Pass award. For those newer players, maybe not invest in that compared to other things.
Glittering. Yeah. So it's like I'm also getting a little bit confused by the boomerang driver. This is the other piranha, other me. Yeah. So I was like, okay, wow, because I have like piranha. What is it? Yeah, PD piranha, like basically max. And I don't have the other one at max. I was like, okay, I got this. No, I haven't got this. So whatever.
Yeah, let me know what you guys think of the new track. I'm with you there, Plugged In. That's a good call. So yeah, so it's gonna be tough with not having a top skill driver really available to the track. I'd love to see if there's like something that level 8 like has unlocked or something. I guess it would have to be a newer. It would have to be that red Birdo.
Yeah.
Which probably
just because it hasn't been said, I just got to shout out real quick. We talked about Cupid's arrow, the super cart, the new Cupid arrows, but on this track, perhaps on behalf of like Sammy and I, the pink MK City Racer, and just glancing in general at these ranked courses on this tour, it's like almost every track on Top Shelf, you're gonna have some kind of a city racer.
Ryan, do you mean like sorry, Ryan, do you mean like the MK, the old MK dashes?
Yeah,
wow,
exactly.
Those things get sneaky buff.
They're sneaky good, and they have a decent enough hitbox.
I just said no. Yeah, good hitbox. When the pipe came out, I just went no. But yeah, I totally If you're into those, they're nice, and they get buffs. I mean, like they're quite old now, right?
Yeah, it's like a bonus. Back it happened that I had some very lucky pulls. I didn't pull a lot, but I landed like 4 out of the 7. And at some point, I may want to even get them all because they're just very solid. Not any one of them individually, but as a collective whole.
Well, Brian, you're absolutely right. I've noticed that. We all remember one of my favorite memories is Jeeves and those MK, Mark II dashes. It's going for, was it the green one? I don't recall. We'll have to let Jeeves tell us which one it was. But no, they've definitely. But the thing is, they're so spread out. But like the red one, the blue one, the green one, they've definitely done their job. I would absolutely. But they're not strong enough for you to go hard in on. That's like they dangle them, But some counts, absolutely,
And it depends on coverage. I don't have as many of I got a lot of the larger hitbox carts, but I don't have as many of them as Wales might, and so it's like a bonus having done well on that City Racer pipe. What, a year and a half back or whatever it is now. Not depending on coverage. If someone may not have a Cupid's arrow, or someone may not have a combo cruiser, or someone may not have the new jumbo jet, there could be a City Racer there, and it's not as big, but it's solid.
Quick ticket time.
What's that?
Sorry, I was just saying to Studfit, is it a quick ticket time?
I could do a quick tick. I might do it later. I actually didn't do a lot at the end of the last tour because I already bought a lot of stuff. Yeah, I mean, I still left a driver ticket in my tier shop because I ran out of coins.
Yeah, you had a good tour. I'm glad you stopped it. I was doing a little bit of analysis, and it's not been the best of times with you of late, but hopefully, it's turning around for you.
Yeah, towards the end of the tour, I was actually kind of relieved. But yeah, I didn't get any driver level tickets last tour, which was what I really wanted, just because I had the Morton sitting out there and yellow. But yeah, I got plenty of other like mostly I think karts and gliders and stuff. But it was fine at the beginning and then tailed off towards the end, and I just didn't feel like I was actually kind of relieved. I was able to get one of the two that I had tier shop driver tickets, which for me was if I could just save some rubies and go into this tour. For those of you, while you guys were talking, I did get the Daisy me soup, which obviously is triple bananas. One of the thoughts I had is I think everyone's thinking that the next Coinbox me soup could be the Kamek me soup because Kamek has Coinbox. But one of the things I was thinking about is with this Daisy me suit having triple bananas to kind of fit her color, what if the Kamek me suit gets dash ring? So
there's a Kamek me suit?
Not yet, but I think when it comes out, my prediction is it will have dash ring. I think that like they give Coinbox or something like that out in a fun way, but maybe that's not like its default. Maybe it's because you think about Kamek, dash ring makes a lot of sense. So not just the color, but like the actual Kamek, like that's kind of his thing, having like the
sorry, can I interject just a moment?
Sure.
I just think they've obviously kept the Coinbox Mises to 2, and they've kept them very much under wraps. You can't buy them, you can't buy duplicates. They do that for a purpose, and because they're basically broken,
yeah.
I think also the boomerangs. I've also gone in for it on the boomerang ones. I really would love to actually go in on the bronze one. It just has 2 old tracks at the moment. I would still love it though. It would be great for my ACR account, but they are just broken. So Nintendo have to be careful.
Why did they not give
them and what they do with them and how they give them tracks? The gold me's is crazy at the moment, and yeah, even the blockhead thing. I mean, you have that, and you have it in ranked. Then they put it in ranked a lot these days. It's just you're breezing,
Tier 99 challenges instead of a badge, a Coinbox me. Imagine people. That would get people going.
That would get people going. That's for sure. Yeah. Talking about challenges, Luca, are you still with us? I don't want to miss out on this. I think you mentioned having a challenge this tour.
Yes. Sorry, I'm just cooking a bit of food. My challenge for you is to take the pink meal. If you really do like pink, you take it up. I'm not telling you to take it to 8 or 7 or anything. You know how good the Mii's are nowadays. You can't go wrong with this. Just a level 6, and you see where it goes from there. If you really do like pink, you got to take it to 6 double.
I do like pink.
You can't go wrong with it. You can't go wrong with it.
Don't pay attention to him. He's just very bitter because he did his multiplayer pipes, which were possibly the worst multiplayer pipes ever recorded in Mario Kart tour history.
The best or worst?
They were pretty bad. Yeah. But yeah, next tour.
Actually, to talk to Kareem about, he's like the master of Miis. If you don't mind if I talk to you about this, Kareem, I actually think that I have like 4 like Miis maxed. The 2 controllers and 2 boomerangs because I want them to be distinctly better. I just don't know if like level 6 me is worth versus like a level 8 Coinbox or something. I don't see it yet. Even the boomerang suits,
Well, let me ask you this. For those of you who can do some quick math on the pink me suit, what level and base points would it need to be at for a double coin frenzy beat out a super peach?
So beat out like I noticed that. Sorry,
very. Let me tell you this: if you if you had a coin box at the same level, if you had a coin box at the same level as the pink me, the pink me beats it. Like, that's where we're at now. Coin boxes beat the Mies with no plus skill.
The thing is, though, sorry, look.
I think you need 160 actions.
Are you gonna bring a level 8, like hot me to actually triple cap? That's still a lot of resources.
No, so there is no direct answer to this because it is varying upon the levels that you are at, the length, obviously, of the track, how easy it is to get the actions, and also if it does beat it out on one track, but great, it's got another 2 tracks. So we're not at a point. A level 8 quad capped normal at 1610 is.
It's like no.
Yeah.
I know there are some whales that have like ice cream me, and they're living it up with double coin frenzies, and but it's not just beating; they're beating like by 5K or something, you know. It's still, I mean, the coverage of, for example, like a gold chuck is still, I think, is so important that, and also you can quad cap gold chuck. I haven't done it yet. I haven't done quad cap any non-me. That's my thing at the moment. I do have a lot of triple cap coin boxes because I'm like, sorry, I love coin box, but. Yeah. It's interesting, and I honestly think Nintendo, I would really hope they would cap them, but they're not going to do it. So but I actually don't want to get to the point where I'm going to use like something like a double coin frenzy with a bubble me. It just doesn't really interest me.
So I got a couple answers here from the chat. Some serious, some not so serious. But the Jeek Siegel said that a level 6 double uncapped me suit would beat out a level 8 quad capped super. And then of course Matt says, "Oh yeah, just the level 8 quad cap will beat it out," as a joke. But ultimately, I mean, it's gonna be tough. I like the challenge. Luke, I hear people say, "I got a challenge for your Studfit," and I just roll my eyes. I'm not really that excited.
So you can't.
But this one, anyway. This one has me thinking. Just because of this top shelf here, I do love pink stuff. I do like the heart. I use it a lot for multiplayer. You know, when we're doing the member multiplayer Mondays. So I do think, I think everyone's, me points, base points might be at different levels. So definitely check that out yourself. But jokes aside, Matt Ulrich says that 990 times 8 is 7,920. So I think that's what he's referring to for the super. I'm not sure.
To put it in terms of levels and points. Because it's tough to, imagine mathematically all this double, triple level 8. Would you guys say, Kareem, Luca, would you guys say that maybe we're talking about 2 levels or 400 points, either one?
Yeah, honestly,
something like that.
It's completely dependent. You will get it's because of the points cap boost and whatnot. It's worked into your actions as well. So you've got the first part, and then you've also got the total number of actions and stuff, and then you've got to equate like all the other items and their caps and stuff like that. But if you want to imagine a situation with all things equal, and we're talking at level 8 here, it's different at other levels. You're roughly looking at for a level 8 quad capped non coin box non me. You would need to get about 168 to 170 actions. Sorry, with the non plus.
I think it's 160. I believe it's 160. But
that's on like a very particular scenario. It's completely dependent on track and actions.
Yeah, I like how you're putting it in terms of actions. That's much more specific.
It's completely. And also, let's not forget, it's not fun going like getting triple coin.
Yeah, I was gonna ask
It's
you
not
that.
easy.
Sorry. I was gonna ask you that, Kareem, because I guess you invest in a few non-me's. You gotta have a few tracks where there's nothing
Yeah, but that's
special.
single cap. That's the beauty
so,
of the one plus skilled me. Is the single cap is valuable.
Do you find like really boring to just go for a double coin frenzy? I find it just so boring. I mean, you have boomerang, which is fun. You have lucky seven where you drive around and stuff. Coin box I love because you can focus on getting the boxes. I know with conference you have great lines and whatever, but I don't like. It's like the old days, where you have like like Blackbird or something, and you're going for double coiners, and
It's an ACR thing, buddy. Nothing more. It's to plug holes in ACR for myself. I'm a big whale. It's different.
No, I get that.
If I have tracks, I will use an 8 single to plug some holes. I'm not at a stage to take a non-plus skilled me to a double cap. I've done.
I have very good players in my friends list, and a lot of them are changing. A lot of them have Gumbami at very high level. I know he has pretty good coverage, but I just don't know. I mean, essentially, if you're a good player, you can only go for double coin frenzy. There's the bomb or whatever, the skill. You're not searching for that. So basically, every driver beyond non-plus skill is basically the same.
So yeah, just to put because I do want to move on to some of the other tracks, but just to kind of put a bow on it. So we couple calculations going through the chat. Shout out to Snout the Tinker, who has kind of put some of these calculations on blast. He has a great video on it. Definitely check out his channel. But typically it's the level minus 1 times those base points. And from doing that math, it actually looks like the better option would be to use a level 6 double uncapped me suit than a level 8 quad capped. So I mean, again, some really good conversations here in the chat, but that in that case it would be 800 and as G Siegel mentions here, 8,550 versus 7,560 using the me suit at level 6 double uncapped for what it's worth. So Luca, you put us down in this all this tailspin of having this conversation about the Mies. I really love the conversation, high level. It's a really important conversation. Things like we're already talking a lot and continue to talk about on Kart Talk. But here's the thing. Here's the thing.
That point where it beats the coin boxes, so it's a bit annoying because we can't use normal drives as much. But we're at that point in the game where we have to look at the non-plus skills, and I think it's the perfect one for you to start off with.
Now, here for this one, because I think this is really important to remember for any me suit, but for this one specific example where we have no top skills on this track, here's the thing. G Siegel called it out. We do not get the pink me suit until after week 1 ranked. So,
there we go.
Now here's the thing: this is a week 2 track, so you won't be able to
next tour.
Next tour, so it's week 2.
Next tour.
Yeah. Man, so you won't even be able to use it this tour at all. So that's the biggest womp on all of everything we've talked about. But it's a good conversation because I think these are the conversations we should be having when it comes to Mies versus supers, even Mies versus high ends. You kind of want to if you wanted to kind of just do some basic math, it's the level minus 1 times the base points, and if that is lower or higher than 1 minus the base points of the second item, that's just perfect napkin math. Hopefully everyone walks away having learned that and be able to apply it, because right now it's getting tricky because everyone has different base points. We now have some supers. We have a variety of options, so important to keep track of that. Let's move to Snowland T, because I do want to fit in the MKT Toolbox, which we don't have a lot of time to get into, but because I do want to talk about the Spotlight Shot and some other cool items. We won't be able to do any battle tracks this tour together as friends. For Snowland T, I know this was a track where we had Larry Wintertime. This was kind of like an exclusive for him. I know myself. I don't remember what I was using the first time around because I don't have him at a high level. But we do have 2 plus skill Mies, both the Larry, the brand new Larry, and the Santa. I might have been using the Santa before, but we do have even the Bowser, Dry Bowser Mii suit for those who have invested in him. I have him at level 3. I'm trying to remember for what reason. A couple, I think the Bowser tour I used them. But then we also have another super here, the light blue Yoshi. Not one that you would have had invested in if you were trying to get up your daily selects, but certainly a solid option if you do not have, if you maybe you've decided you weren't going to go into the Mii meta or you missed out on Larry Wintertime. But it's basically Larry Wintertime versus the plus scale Mii's. For myself, I'll be going with Larry, but I think I do because again, this is not a longer track. I probably would put it in a medium category. You guys can let me know if I'm wrong. But I still feel like I enjoy the boomerang.
He is broken.
Boomerang?
Really broken.
Yeah. Well, we have Daisy Tie Dress on the middle shelf and Gold Charging Chuck, which are obviously two nice coin box drivers to have on that track. And then for Karts, a double feature there for the Tropical Truck, man.
Honestly, Nintendo is listening in on what you do. That 8-bit one-up Super Mushroom.
I love the Trop, man. I just like it. I just like when they do it with good stuff. Like, hey, Mario Kart, you created an awesome looking kart. You should buff the heck out of it. Just like if we just only worked off of aesthetics and like Nintendo buff stuff that look good.
To be honest, I love what they do. They choose their favorite and they put it always in rank. It's just it would be boring if they made everything equal. To be honest.
Of course. No, you're totally right. Like,
yeah, oh my god, I missed that. I missed out so many. I missed all the 8-bit. I missed the 8-bit bullet bill. I missed the great back fail. That almost killed my account. But
you're recover. It's like me and Studfit have total opposite gliders and cards, and our coverage is like pretty much the same. I might have slightly stronger, but in terms of like coverage wise, we share very, very little, and that's like I said on console. That's what's so cool. And that's why I love the carts and gliders in the game right now. And the drivers are not grabbing me. Other than accumulate.
It's just the maze, right?
By the way, I do want to say hello to This Be Chris. Hopefully you're doing well. He does mention that the base points is just part of the equation. You need to look at the points per action chart as well. I do think that because I mean, here's the thing: is like in that case we were looking at just two heart drivers, which are just going for a double coin. But maybe like a Bowser shell or something with a a triple mushroom or something. I don't know. There are a couple options where looking at those base points per action is really helpful as well. So definitely a lot going on to the score more than just base points. But there's sometimes where you're wondering, hey, what do I need to take this Mii suit up? When we're looking at Goomba, we're looking at even now, some of these triple green shells with Lemmy, etc.
They're not showing any signs of stopping. So if
I'm
they
with you
stop
there.
now, then it might be okay. Yeah, you can still invest in like even coin boxes, but oh my god, yeah. If they keep going, it's gonna be all Mii's soon.
Mii gliders, mate. Mii gliders.
Yeah, Boom Guy mentions that looks like Snowland T is accessible through Light Blue Shy Guy at level 6. So you don't see him up here unless you have him at level 5, and you can kind of see just one more level would take him up. So just keep that in the back of your mind if you have not gone in the Mii's, but you like Lucky 7. For me, this seems like a great track for boomboxing, just with two coin box drivers on the middle shelf. Not a longer track, not one where you're going to be cutting up against that 200 actions. But I'll be riding with the Tropical Truck. But there's not a lot of great options. I will say the Pink Speeder has been crushing it lately. The Taylor Swift has been okay. Even the Ice Cream Minibus has had its time.
I think Crowley's on there.
Which Crawley are you talking about? Oh, maybe an unlock. Let's check it out because I'd love to see it. It makes sense color scheme wise. Snowland T level 6 unlock. So there you go.
Yeah, Blue Crow's there.
That could be pretty good. Again, a much larger hitbox than even the Pink Speeder or the Tropical Truck.
Is it the Momo or the Blue Crow? Sorry.
Blue Crawley does have it level 6 unlock, which is a phenomenal unlock.
Yeah.
Because of its hitbox, that's a really strong one. I'm looking at Moo right now to see if it gets the level 6 unlock, and it does not.
No, but not Momo. Momo has something else. Sorry.
Maybe one of the other Snowlands. Yeah, so I mean, man, if you want to take the Blue Crawley to level 6 and you really like it, I've been hesitant, and I'm not going to do it for this track, obviously, but it does get that level 6 unlock. There aren't a lot of other larger hitboxes. I've been kind of keeping my eye on this Rainbow Pipe Buggy just because it's got a decent hitbox. It's probably one of the larger hitboxes of, along with the Taylor Swift, of the ones that already get this track. Let's get into gliders, though. We do have the OG Super 8-bit Super Mushroom getting this track. I did take it part of the way up. Again, kind of my schema has typically been, level 6 single cap, level 7 double uncap, level 8 triple uncap. But this is one where I had to for ranked. I think it was last tour, took it to level 7. For that reason, there's not a lot of great options, though. Not a lot of meta options, I would say. I think you have some of these ice cream gliders, and then you have this wonderful Garnet. I think the wonderful Garnet has a really, really good 2 options. I think these are probably the 2 toughest tracks to cover the top shelf, or at least one of them. It's a really strong option there for the wonderful Garnet and Super Mushroom. So this is an older track, so I won't run it today, especially as we're running out of time. But I do want to get to the Daisy Circuit RT. Obviously a brand new track. We have... Oh boy, yeah. So I'm gonna have to. I have my dilemma is now getting kicked into extra gears.
Very rough one.
So yellow Misu is up there. I think I have to take that. But we also have the brand new Daisy with the triple mushroom, triple bananas. I mean, we do have the Toad Taurus, and then for those who had gone into the Spike Misu is there too. Certainly some Daisy options. Some of your favorite Daisies are there. I think for a lot of us, though, it's got to be the yellow Misu or Toad Taurus. Yellow Toad for sure, or yellow Misu for sure for me. And then, oh wow, this is a really tough top shelf for carts. I will say, guys, both of these Cupid's arrows have gotten a really strong start, both the silver and the gold. Both double features on really tough tracks.
There's probably I have 0 options here except the new one, which I accidentally clicked on 3 times. But that might help me.
That might help you. You might be glad you did that. May not be a bad option for most if you haven't.
I think I'll bring it up and ride the wave.
No, go for it, man. Yeah.
I need Angela to show me the way, because I can't go into both of them. And my rule that I'm not going to take something to like level 3 or level 4.
Is the gold one there? Is the gold one there too? On Daisy Circuit RT, let me check.
Yeah, one thing Iwatako mentioned is that the Daisy Me has all Daisy Circuit tracks at its max. Rarely does an item have all 4 variants.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
So that could be really big. Again, these are some tougher tracks to cover. Yeah, it looks like...
I think you want your cap tickets going elsewhere.
So elsewhere. Yeah, I'm with you there. Like the pink Misu, of course, is what you're probably referring to. Yeah, in this case for the top shelf for Daisy Circuit RT, not a lot of great options really. I mean, this is probably one of the toughest top shelf carts I've ever. Man, so it's really, really tough. I mean, most people are not going to have anything. I will say makes the silver that much more enticing. I'm with you there.
I'm the same as you, buddy. Basically, I've got the same loadouts you do, and that's very rare for me to have on a rack. So yeah.
Here it is, level 6, single and capped for that Mark II. For gliders, we do have.
Oh wow! I want to do that. The gold hard hat.
Yeah, I mean, I was already pot committed, so I just kept going and going and going. But it does get a nice buff here for once. Thank God. But it does have the Fire Manta has been just honestly, it's been one of the sneakiest gliders I've ever seen. Just coming out of that special pipe now almost a year ago.
Very true.
It's not even sneaky anymore. Like I thought the same a few weeks back. It's not even sneaky anymore. It's darn good.
It's darn good. Yeah. Can't get mad at that. And honestly, there's some other options though. I mean, this is
Just make a small prediction. Something that's like like a growing thing is I'm having a bit of vibes to the 8-bit block glider, so I'm gonna put some ticks on that.
I like it too.
Finally, getting some rank coverage. It's I've not seen it have a lot of unique rank coverage depending on coverage. It's nice to finally see that, because it's looked like for a few tours that the better of the two coin plus, those two coin plus that were in that tour, the better one was the gold, the new gold glider.
For me, for me it gives me, I think it gives me 4 tracks at level 5, which is good for my account, to be honest. So yeah, I'm gonna be investing in that. So yeah, but I can see, like, if you have 5 months, you're lucky. Actually, my free to play account has that at level 6, but yeah. So yeah.
Giant Banana Me's just as someone who had to just grind ridiculously over the last sort of overnight to try and get top 10. If you're interested in time and all that, like Giant Banana, I would highly recommend, purely for just the time aspect. Tick it off the line most of the time, and then just swipe out if it doesn't work out, and just keep. And it's
I actually find Giant Banana, it's really hard to get the action hit points. You gotta get like Giant Banana plus, like at least Crime Frenzy, and then Stall. I'm not invested in any Giant Banana. I know it's quick for like mediocre runs, but does that make sense?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, it's not as good as Coinbox or Boomerang, of course not. And if the course is shorter in general, but I'm saying it's still very powerful, and if you are looking to time save, which I think a lot of us are trying to do so.
Indeed. I'm looking at zero options. You gotta go to banana or triple banana. There's no other options there.
I do think, for what it's worth, I do think that this is a track where you could get pretty close to 200 actions with a Giant Banana track. This is like a little bit more dynamic than their other versions, so I think that this could actually be a good. And then it's got some really narrow areas, perfect for Giant Banana. So I think in general, this is actually a really good Giant Banana track. This is like what you really want. High actions because it's the RT track. Plus, you have some really narrow areas where people have to hit those Giant Bananas. And also, you know how like looks like in this Daisy circuit, there's like a figure 8, part of the track, but some of it is cut off, which actually is really, really helpful for Giant Banana, because sometimes when you have split tracks, it's tough for Giant Banana because the bots can go different directions. But this one, they really have to kind of stick to that direction, which is kind of able to hit those. I mean, I would say that this is probably one of the easiest 200 action count tracks that we've seen here recently for the yellow Mii suit. So I don't know. I think this is a great track for the yellow Mii.
Actually, my coverage brain saying spike me for some reason.
What I would say, Studfit, is in terms of obviously I'm talking. You can get top 100 in a day, and if you're looking for time saves, as I suggested, and I'm a big believer in ticket off the line, unless the boxes are right there in front of you, because obviously it makes the Giant Banana earlier on in the lap, and of course there are always differences. Some tracks, it's really not good, but I think for unless you're like die hard going for a top 10 and you've got to go for the Boomerang, I think Giant Banana is a very, very good, fun, time-saving option.
And you hit on something, Kareem, that I didn't want to skim over either, which was just that when you're using Giant Banana, one of the best strats to use is actually to is to use the item ticket right from the starting line, and then just exiting out if you don't get something good.
Sorry. That's the only strat for giant banana in most cases. It's just distractive. It's boring, but you got giant banana, repeat giant banana, because it's just it's broken. In most cases, it depends on the track, but usually that is the strat for giant banana.
Yeah, I think no, for sure. I think when it comes to giant banana, unless it starts with a gliding section, most cases that's gonna be your best strat for sure. Is just using the item ticket and then exiting out. So for those new players, if you swipe up and kind of exit the game, hard exit in the middle of your run, you won't use an item ticket. So you can use an item ticket. Again, this is like an old school strat, but for newer players, we don't talk about it very often because we have the new resetting feature, etc. But if you'd like to be able to save item tickets, but you want to use an item ticket right away, don't use the ticket and then restart. Like actually hard stop it and get out of the game. Feel free to comment for those people in your Discord server or friends online. We'd be happy to help you out with that, but that's going to be by far your best strat for sure. I do want to get into the MKT Toolbox because there's some cool stuff that I found out just recently, and also want to cover the Spotlight Shop because there's some good stuff in here. Let's get into, and then we'll probably have to wrap up. I just know that we're probably not going to get through this in 15 minutes. So let's get into the analysis and pipe and shops. I'm going to have to log in here again. Sorry about that, guys. Thankfully, it saves onto that. Let's get into the daily spotlights. So as always, when it comes to the drivers, you're going to probably want to go with the Me suits, but sometimes they have some good ones like Toad Astronaut. We'll see if he's here. He's obviously a ranked option. So I could see him being here as kind of this normal rates here.
Can I just point out that probably for it depends. If you're a new player, it would be very hard to get every me and get all the base points. So drivers like Toad Astronaut are like really so clutch. So
really clutch for sure. For the high chances,
amazing. The Toad Astronaut's amazing, and when you literally have no coverage and then suddenly he's in a bunch of tracks. Maybe next to some me's. Of course, they all get taken over by me's, but as a bridge driver, he's really amazing at the moment. Maybe even more. I don't know. Maybe even more than just a bridge driver. He has he has the battle track. So anyway, sorry to interject.
Yeah, I would say looking at the drivers, there's not too many I would have to get. If I think Gold Charging Chuck is up there as a top one, but that one's gonna be really really rare. Toad Astronaut being probably the number one from the normal chances. You could go with White Tanuki Mario. He's still been really really strong. You could also make the argument for one of the Luigis. It's been year of the Luigi for whatever reason. Again, you're going to go for those double coins and maybe something special at the end. But it's really Toad Astronaut and then maybe White Tanuki Mario. Peach Happy's up there with a plus skill, but I wouldn't put her as a must get by any means.
Luigi Chef has amazing coverage. If you're just into that, if you're just into pure coverage.
Even Kitsune.
One of the best free-to-play players. I think he's about level 90 or something. He has Luigi Chef about 6 double cap, and he's just there every time.
He's nice.
But that's level. It's not level 99.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Let's go into the carts. Obviously, the Cupid's Arrow is a really strong one there on the high chances. Pink Speeder. Absolutely beast right now, especially in this tour. Just it's a lot of pink items that are doing really really well this tour, for obvious reasons, being the Princess Tour. I think as we move down into the normal chances, Tropical Truck has to be up there. Blazing Eagle isn't crushing this tour as much as other items, but that's okay. I think there's a Princess Tour, so every pink item, everything that looks very colorful, like the Tropical Truck, are gonna see extra action. But I still think the Blazing Eagle is one you have to get if it's there in your Spotlight Shop. Moo Moo Off-Roader, there as well. I think those are really kind of the two meta cards. Large hitboxes doing pretty well. I still think Blazing Eagle beats out the Moo Moo Off-Roader. We did see some action there from the Blue Crawly. You have a lot of fans going after that as well. I still think that for a lot of people, it's going to be probably Blazing Eagle, Tropical Truck. Not as many card options. I think you have a lot of smaller hitboxes because you have kind of a lot of princess tracks, a lot of other stuff going on. But I would say for all of the carts, all things being said, I think some of the probably the top 5 one that I would look at might be Blazing Eagle, Tropical Truck, maybe Pink Speeder, and then maybe Moo Off-Roader, with probably Blue Crawly not being too far behind. Everything else I probably wouldn't even really spend too much time on trackers or plugging things in. There's just not enough to go around.
Gold Eagle, you're not going to get it, but Gold Eagle, in some cases, is not. If he appears, it's worth looking into. It might fit certain accounts. I know it's obviously City start, but the Gold Eagle, obviously with its hitbox as well, I wouldn't immediately dismiss it personally.
I think that's a good call, Kareem, because anything that's around off-roader size or the blazing size, all those carts, whatever you put into, you can maybe, especially the Blazing Eagle or a yellow off-roader or something, with any of those, you could just put all your tickets into those at a higher level, and they can overlap with your carts, but they're going to be the best option because they have the most tracks in the game and just the hitbox. So whatever they compete against, they're going to be the best option. So a Blazing Eagle or a Swift Talon,
especially commemoratives now. I mean, this new silver Crowley card, just buy it 3 times, bring it to level 6, level 7.
Yeah, we're going to be looking at that in a few months, looking back at it, saying this is probably the best card in the game, or if not one.
I like to ride the wave of a new item, so yeah. I'll try to take it up as high as possible. I can't take it to 8 quad. I'm not that weighty, but yeah. I'll take it to like 7 something, 7 triple. That's a nice place to start.
Yeah, I will say, I hate to even put even more cold water on the pink me, but Iwataka reminds us that the Waluigi me is coming out most likely next tour, and I'm a big Waluigi fan too, so it's so tough. All these me's are tough, man. They're killing me.
And he's purple, basically. He's like purpley.
It's not quite. That's not the same. You are the pink man. Yeah, that's what you do.
Oh man, it's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be tough. But they did. By the way, Iwataka also mentions that it does look like looking at the booster course pass, we might see Waluigi Stadium next tour. So if that's in that combo, that would be really cool. So again, it's kind of tough to save tickets. But while we're still on the daily select spotlights, let me make sure I get in this before my sons wake up. But we have gliders, and I think when you're looking at the gliders, nothing really on the top shelf is like standing out too much except for the wonderful Garnet. I think that one's just doing really, really well in the meta. Prior to this tour, obviously this being a princess tour, this beautiful Garnet going really, really well with the theme of this tour. We do have the 8-bit Super Mushroom really strong. 8-bit, again, I think really there's a lot of gliders you could go into. Sakura origami glider, 8-bit 1-up mushroom, fire manta. Man, there's just so many.
Sorry, it's a long story, but I took that to like 8 quad cap pretty early, and it just became a beast. It started slowly, but oh my god, yeah. It was Ninja Hideaway. I was doing top 100 run, and then it had pretty much all Ninja Hideaway tracks, and then it just got more and more and more stuff. Sorry.
Yeah, that's great. I want to give a shout out to Draco655 and Natenja, who just woke up. Join us in the chat. Hopefully you're doing well. But yeah, there's so many gliders. Really, I mean, at this point in time, like there's probably 10 gliders that I would definitely look into whether if it makes sense for your account or not. I think at the top of the list has to be the 8-bit 1-up mushroom. Really, you got the Sakura origami glider, 8-bit super mushroom, the fire manta, even the mint and berry balloons, vanilla and chocolate. You got the you got even the Mario's hats and Luigi hats that have been doing pretty well. Mario's ice mustache doing really, really well there. I think even the wonderful diamond. You got the piranha plants. You even have wonderful wings in there. Man, guys, there's so many great gliders. Like literally about half of these gliders are worth looking into. So if you need a glider on some of these tough tracks to cover, definitely check that out. It's definitely worth looking into. I did want to kind of.
Sorry, can I just jump in with a tip? The only thing about these things is that a lot of them are just about to maybe peak. I think maybe I know Nintendo loves to buff and buff, whatever. But if you just focus on rank, you're probably going to be better off going for like a new thing, like the Wonderful Diamond or something. I think they're just about to change the guards with the gliders. Does that make sense?
I mean, that's a cool. We said that like 6 months ago about Abe, one of us. So it's a hard one to say. Plays again. So I know what you mean.
The yellow.
I'm interested to see how the map parity goes.
Honestly, I would say, okay, if you're gonna go for a glide, it's gonna be in rank. Yellow hard hat is currently the Nintendo's favorite at the moment, I think. Let's see.
So one thing I was talking with Sam7IT about is that some really cool features in the toolbox. You can look at usage for some of the daily select items. Again, unfortunately, I think I'm running Zoom while also doing this, while also streaming to YouTube at the same time. My internet's running really running really thin. But you can click on to usage, and you can do some really cool features when it comes to advanced searching.
I'll have to check that out. I've not done that.
Yeah. Again, I was hoping to do more with it, but it's I have a lot of apps running at the same time, including YouTube and OBS and other stuff. But you can actually go in here. You can click the Princess Tour. You can do specific cups. You can even there's a ranked option as well. But you can do tier 3 upgrades included. I would highly recommend. You can even click the shop items, so you just see the shop items, and then you can do GOT. You could just say if you want to just do the ones that you have. I think for the Spotlight shop, you want to see all the ones that you have. You can do a lot of other filters, and then you click search, and it gives you some really good options. Let's see why they showed this. What did I click? Upgrades included. Wonderful.
Maybe shut up. I mean, full the game.
I think I clicked the wrong button there. My apologies there, but it looks like and then you can actually click here and see what tracks that she's being used. Like Dr. Peach, I guess, is used 10 times this tour and all cup ranking, and here are all the tracks. Obviously, it makes sense. We thought that Peach or Daisy would be used a lot this tour, and we have a lot of those. So she's used on Royal Raceway, Royal Raceway T, Coconut Mall R, Donut Plains 3R, Donut Plains 3T, etc. So you can kind of see all these in a glance. So she's used 10 times, Peach Halloween 9 times, Peach Wedding 9 times, Peach Yukata. We kind of talked about Luigi Chef.
It shows duplications as well, like Toad Astronaut. That's what I was about to ask.
Yep.
If you look down at Toad Astronaut, it's showing the same track, so twice.
King Boo Cup, Nabbit Cup.
Yeah, that's always an issue when you're looking at some trackers they'll just give you the track and not mention that it appears twice. Yeah, that's very cool.
So, and this is, I believe, just showing the Spotlight Shop drivers, and so you can also move from here into karts and gliders. So we'll just quickly look at some of the karts and which ones are used the most this tour. It might make it helpful for deciding which items you're going to get for in your Spotlight Shop for all cup ranking. But let me see if I have to do the advanced search again. Yeah, I do. It looks like I have to do Princess. I do upgrades included, and I think that's all I have to do. And we'll search, see which ones. So it looks like the pink sneaker you can use 8 times this tour. Obviously, it makes a lot. You're gonna see a lot of pink stuff on this list. I think the pink speeder, solid one, used 9 times. Got some Royal Raceway, Snowland, Peach Circuit. That one's really strong. Yeah, no, I think this is just like a better way to look at it here if you're looking at which items you want to go into. Cupid's Arrow, obviously a strong one this tour, but it's actually only used 7 times thanks to some Coconut Malls, some Sky Gardens, Ice Cream Minibus. It's been a pretty strong meta item here too.
It's an anti-meta. Ice cream minibus and Ferrari bandwagon. What I call anti-metas.
Anti-metas. Interesting. Blue quality Kart is used 5 times for those who are curious. 2 of those being the Twilight House. Actually, yeah, 6 times. I'm sorry. 2 of the Snowlands in there. So again, Blue Crawley, I think it's above average. I just don't think it's like, I don't think it's a meta killer the way that some of the other items are that we have this tour. I will say, trying to see if we can see. Here's Tropical Truck. It's used 5 times on some of these tracks. I think the main thing with the Tropical Truck is it's not like crushing any type of ACR meta, but ranked meta. If there was like a just ranked only, Tropical Truck would be crushing it.
Something. Sorry. Just to point out something. I think what Nintendo doing is a little bit weird these days. They put in if they don't mind me saying, the crappy cards, like some of the gold stuff, and they put them exclusively on one track.
I can, yeah, that's a good trend. We do see a lot of that where they kind of give like 6 gold cards all on the same track, and so it makes it tough because you kind of just want to pick one.
But they'll put like every single other thing, like every off-roader on the one track. So yeah, they're doing that on purpose for sure. I mean, they want people to invest in different things. So yeah. So maybe some of these gold tracks you might want to have like one at a semi-high level just to cover. I think the gold tricks is pretty good. Maybe the gold. I think the other, the gold bullet's great, but it's horrible. I wouldn't want to ride that. But yeah.
Look at this. If you're trying to do a top 10 push or top 100, top 1,000, this wonderful Garnet is used 10 times. Obviously, a lot of tracks that make sense for the wonderful Garnet. But I know if you're trying to pick between the wonderful Garnet or the wonderful Diamond, man, I feel like you have to kind of make the argument for the wonderful Garnet, if nothing else, for all cup ranking for this tour. Some really strong I mean, these are tracks does have looks like Royal Raceway. There's Royal Raceway R2. The RT version is used twice. But Peach Gardens, Snowland, Sky Garden, Coconut Mall, Peach Circuit. These are all tracks that you want covered. Wonderful Garnet's a great option there for you. Cat Portfolio used 8 times. Looks like 9 times. Glittering Parasol 9 times as well. The 8-bit One-Up Mushroom, we've already talked about this, used 8 times. These are some really good tracks too. Now, Battle Course 1, I think it's one of the best tracks to cover with this bad boy. Not a lot of other options. You don't like
Super.
8-bit Super's above it, right?
No,
right
it's
there.
below it. But it also has Battle Track 1, I believe.
I don't see it on here though.
Oh no, it doesn't. Have I imagined things? Oh no.
The battle is definitely the 8-bit.
Super?
Or is this just...
yeah. 8-bit. For me, it's 8-bit and also a red off-roader, yeah. 8-bit and red off-roader. Like Battle Course 1.
So there's that.
No, Boo Masters is what I have. Sorry. My bad.
Okay.
My bad. Boo Masters. Yeah.
I did want to...
No.
I was gonna say for all cup ranking, if you're wondering what's not available in when you're looking outside of the Spotlight Shop, you just want to know which ones are going to do really well for all cup ranking in general. You can go out to usage, and you can go to the Princess Tour, and you can go to the same other settings we've had, and you can see which ones are going to be the all cup ranking MVPs. Which, in case you don't want to wait till the rundown to see, for this tour, the wonderful Garnet's used 10 times. We already saw that because it's in the Spotlight Shop. Some of these, like a good example, the Candlelight Flight Cake was not in the Spotlight Shop, so you'll see that here. Black Toby Balloons wasn't in there either. You'll see that here. So this gives you a little bit of a better look. Let's look at carts. Again, the thing is for all cup ranking, if you have pink stuff, you have princess stuff, it's going to do really well in all cup ranking, just because that's what most of the tracks that are made up here for.
It may sound obvious. Could you just explain to score versus coverage? I mean, sounds sort of self-explanatory, but like, how would one sort of like take one over the other? Like, Pink Speeder here seems to have no score, but coverage. Like, is this for your particular account? Like, it's got a lot of coverage, but you but you have it at a low level, so it gives you no score. Is that what it's saying? Or
Yeah, so there's a level tier. This doesn't really impact the level tier necessarily. This just gives you just based on the total count, and that's why this is filtered. If I want to click level, it can actually filter it by level. So I have it like Blazing Eagle will be my best cart based on the level that I have it, and like but it's only used 3 times.
Your personal account. I saw the Gold Eagle. It had SSS and SSS. It was SSS for both. The Gold Eagle.
Let me take a look. I think I have to do the advanced setting.
It did before it. Now it's showing nothing. But
yeah, I have to because I have to. That's one thing is if I push back, I have to click these 2 settings. The only settings I'm selecting is the tour. Yeah, that's good. Is the tour, and then if I want to look at stuff that includes level 6 unlock, I can add that as well. And so this gives you the items that are most used. This tour, pink speeder, and actually hold on, let me put that.
This is actually.
All right, so this is the counts. Pink sneaker, pink speeder, and the street will all use 9 times. Cream cat cruiser, Goo Goo pink, pink Mark II. Again, a lot of pink stuff as you can see here. No surprise there. I wonder if I'm here in usage. Yeah, so I think that gives you a good understanding of everything that's going on. There's some things you can look at your own tier, but this is specific to my account, the tiering.
Of course, yeah.
That gives you some good looks. There was one last thing I was going to show, but I'm already at time, so I'm not sure if I can be able to get through it today. So a lot of cool stuff going on in the toolbox. Definitely highly recommend taking a look at it. I think there's a ranked option. So hold on, let me see if I can do the advanced search. Best tier. No, it's I have to take a look at it. Potential coverage. Okay, so here's one thing that's he's got an all cup ranking calculator. I wanted to kind of highlight. If you want to take a look at this might be something good for you, Kareem. There's an ACR calculator which has been focusing. Sam's been putting a lot of attention to focus on and helping build out. Yeah, it looks like do see Sam in the chat as well. Thanks again for all your work. You can see.
Cheers, Sam.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. So let me just go back here. Do want to make sure that people know how to use this for the usage. If you go to carts, there you can look at what's going to be the most impactful for my account if I want to put just got versus all. So like in here, when I've been doing the filtering, and again, I'm sorry, I'm using a lot of apps here. If I go to the advanced setting and go to tour, oh man. Here we go.
You don't want to rush that if you need to, I mean, there's so much here. Like, I'm gonna have to field day. I'm gonna take my time on this. I think.
What's cool about it is like the tour just got released.
Yeah.
Sam's collected all this data. The data's there. Now we can kind of, because everyone wants to see what buffs happen, what's going on. And again, yeah, sorry, there's just a lot of apps going on. But I did want to point out one thing. If you go, you can select just what your account has versus all of them, which I may not be able to get to today. Oh, and then there's only ranked. There's an only ranked button here. You see this here? Pretty nice option here. So we'll just kind of click it just to see what shows up. And probably should put. So you can see here the pink hop rod used 3 times, pink sneaker 3 times, sweet day tripper 3 times, blue crawly used twice, and that's on Peach Gardens R and Snowland T. You have there's actually a lot used twice. 2 isn't a super high number, but blue crawly, camo Tanuki, creamback B Dasher Mark II, cream classic, Cupid's Arrow, Dragonfly, Flaming Speeder, Goo Goo Pink, a lot used twice, including even Happy Ride. So you can kind of see all these. Not sure.
This one, sorry to cut you off. So Studfit. Just wondering, are you interested in the other cups unlocked?
That's what I was
Like,
gonna show.
Mario,
I was
for
gonna
example,
I was gonna show that if I
Mario
had enough
Super
time,
Mario.
but I don't think I have enough time.
Yeah,
But yeah, there's for example, there's like Mario King on there, but there's Larry also there. But yeah. But for ACR players, yeah, these are kind of buffs that we get into. I've unlocked them all because I have 2 accounts.
Oh, nice.
Sadly.
great job, both you and Sam. That's actually really cool, really useful, man. And I will definitely be taking a deep dive into that. So
Yeah, it looks like out of all the gliders there, if I'm reading this correctly, I'm looking at cup, courses, all type. For ranked, it looks like from what I can tell, and Sam, feel free to correct me, guys. But it looks like there are only 4 gliders that are used twice, and that would be the Wonderful Diamond, Wonderful Garnet, Pretzel Glider, and the Minted Berry Balloon. So I was just looking at a lot of these new tracks. It's really tough to cover some of these gliding with gliders. It's really hard to cover these tracks, and this is kind of pointing that out. You can kind of see these tracks on the right, which ones are covering it. You know, Peach Gardens are you can see kind of the tougher one. Peach Circuit T, really tough to cover. So these are some good ones here. You can kind of take a look at this on your own time. I was going to look at, to your point, plugged in, as you can kind of see here in the ACR simulator.
When you have like so many new tracks, it's like a lot of them hidden like in the background, so you don't exactly know. You don't know what you're gonna get till some of them are open, but I have open. If you want spoilers, basically.
Yeah, I don't mind spoiling it, but you can kind of see here as these cups. So I think what does it cut off at, like, what, the cat peach?
Yeah, no. Yeah, I'll leave that for maybe YouTubers or something. Yeah.
But feel free to check. Yeah, feel free to check this out. But you can go in here and you can say, you know what, I forget. Like maybe you want to see like the last cup and see what's going on. Maybe you said, you know, I forget what I have for Sky Garden R. You can actually click into it. It can give you some of your. Let's see. I think it has to do.
The more hidden one is like GBA Peach Garden R, for example. That's I think you have to open that.
I think Studfit. I think you and Sam at a future date when it's convenient, maybe a little video on these little intricacies. I think obviously now it's morning, you have kids and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, would hate to hold you from that. But I think there's a lot here that I'm very impressed with, and I think there's a lot that they can benefit from.
I mean, Karim, I don't know, maybe we can jump in with stuff to have talk about maybe all cup ranking, how like other tracks may be working. Does that make sense?
I think I see what you're saying, but I think
Sorry.
So like, if he wants to, I'm not putting Sam into anything, but
we did do one video. We didn't get into, but he's done some great upgrades to the video. I will say, if you allow the MKT to do a synchronization with your account, you can see all of your levels. And so I updated this last night with him. And so I can see on Sky Garden R, unfortunately, the best card I have here is the Daikon Rocket at level 6. I can see all of my items on these courses. So for me, I clicked into Sky Garden R, and now I can click onto drivers, karts, or gliders. So for me, I have a couple options here on Sky Garden R, including the 8-bit One-Up Mushroom and Wonderful Wings, even the Galaxy Glider. You can see drivers, karts, and gliders. All really helpful for you to be able to take a look at your account for these cups that are locked for you. So if you want to make investments, this is a great way to do it. I think for this one, I'm excited about using the Silver Me on this suit. So there you go, guys. Thanks again. Huge shout out to Sam7 at IT. There's a lot of other great settings. I've been showing everyone all, but you can also select which ones you have using the GOT feature. Highly recommend using that pivot as well. So unfortunately, guys, I have to wrap up. Gotta get my boys to school. So actually the last day of school for the year. So pumped to get them out the door so I can get some work done. But thank you guys for joining us. thank you to Luca, to Brian, to Kareem.
Thanks for having me.
Plugged in.
Thanks for having me, Studfit.
Cheers, Studfit, and nice to meet you. Plugged in, and always a pleasure, Luca and Brian. My man, good to hear from you.
Yeah, appreciate it, boys. It was good to see you guys again and catch up and all that. Enjoy the tour, and yeah, thank you, Studfit.
Guys, thanks. That was a awesome episode. So much I always learn from you guys, Luca and Kareem. I appreciate it. And Richard, nice meeting you. Pleasure to have you on Studfit. Thanks always for having me on, and good luck everybody on the tour.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. I'll see you on the rundown. Hopefully this weekend. We'll talk to you soon. May the frenzy luck be with you.